Welcome to the Trying to Be Better podcast with Joel and Steve.
Sure. Welcome to your nightmare.
It's way too early for this, man. I've got like 3 sips of coffee. I got this fucking bear looking at me. You're like a big bear, man.
I'm not a bear. I think I'm a chipmunk or something. You're pretty low. I can't hear you very well.
Oh, really? So, how's
There it
that?
is. There
Is
you
that
are.
better? Okay.
Yep.
So last week, apologies to TTBB Nation, because I had to master the podcast essentially without being able to hear it. So that was kind of tricky. I'm dealing with a new sound setup situation, and my audio was low in the mix last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was wondering what you were apologizing for.
It wasn't terrible. You can hear me, but your levels and my levels were you were definitely on top.
Well, I guess we know how that all shakes out then, huh?
100%.
Well, welcome to the Trying to Be Better podcast with Joel and Steve. My name is Joel.
And I'm Steve.
And I'm a top, apparently.
Hey, you were last week.
Hey.
We'll see how this week shakes out.
How you doing this morning, Steve?
I think okay. I just got up. I've been up for an hour, actually, probably. It's kind of early, though. It's kind of early.
I've been up since 5:45.
Good Lord, why?
Well, that's a half truth. I woke up at 5:45 because my dog thought it was time to get up.
I understand.
And I said, no, it's not time to get up. And then I think I slept for a little while longer.
Mm-hmm.
And then Maven and I had a lovely morning outside in the sunshine. Did some cleaning, did some sitting and meditation.
Oh, good.
So I'm ready.
You're ready? Well,
I'm ready.
I I woke up and I laid in bed and I scrolled on my phone through 2 snoozes. And then I got up and I had a Greek yogurt with some granola in it.
Mm-hmm.
And poured my coffee and then came down here.
Nice. I had I had protein Cheerios.
Oh,
they're putting protein in everything these days.
Apparently you could actually get too much protein.
I mean, I don't eat animals, so I'm probably not getting.
You're not. That's true.
I'm probably not getting enough.
Yeah.
Or I'm definitely not getting too much.
Right.
But they're shoving protein everywhere. You can get protein coffee, probably protein cigarettes. I don't know.
Well, I would hope so.
I mean, if you put.
So according to Copilot, excessive protein can tax the kidneys, increase the risk of kidney stones, weight gain, and it should be 10 to 35% of your daily calories.
Oh, okay.
So here's the key, and this is going to be a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, moderation is a key to maintaining a healthy diet.
What?
I know. Next, they're going to tell me that diet and exercise is important for losing weight.
Next, they're going to tell me it's not okay to eat half a bag of Lay's at midnight, which I
disagree.
It felt great. I don't. How can it be wrong if it feels so good?
Exactly.
If
loving this half bag of potato chips is wrong,
I don't want to be right.
I don't want to be right. No.
If eating this 3 hamburgers at the cookout is wrong, I don't want to be healthy.
That's what cookouts are for.
Yeah, like at a restaurant, you would never order, I'll have 2 cheeseburgers and 3 hot dogs, please. Like nobody would do that. But when you're at a barbecue, it's like,
shove it in.
Yeah, I will have a whole plate full of, I need 2 plates.
Right.
I need a plate for all of the mains, and then I need a plate for the sides, and then I'll go back for desserts.
Right. The sides including the very questionable potato salad.
Yeah, what's your rules on potato salad?
If it's straight out of the cooler, like if the bowl is cold, then I'll eat the potato salad. But bowl's not cold, it's not going in my body. Forget it.
You don't like it. You don't like throw it in the microwave or anything?
Why? What? How would that fix anything? Gross.
You don't like hot potato salad?
If it's German
What
and
about, yeah.
vinegar based, then yes.
What if you just leave it in the sun for like 10, 15, 20 minutes?
I mean, if I know when it was last actually chilled, 10,
Hmm.
15 minutes is probably okay. 45
Hmm.
minutes might be pushing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm. Not
I do-
not messing with that. There's your helpful summertime TTBB tip.
Yeah. Eat as much as you want. Um,
Just make sure the potato salad has been actually refrigerated recently.
yeah. What's your favorite summertime foods?
Potato salad.
Cool. Got it.
Yep.
I'm a
I
coleslaw. I like coleslaw. You like
Yep.
coleslaw? You like
I
coleslaw?
do like a nice cucumber salad too,
Yep.
with the cucumber and the onions and the vinegar and sugar.
Like you like a Waldorf salad? You like
That
a
sound I don't know. It's cucumber and onions and vinegar and sugar.
No, no, no. I know what I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I switched gears too quickly. Do you like Waldorfs? Have you ever had that? Isn't that like it's like pineapple and like marshmallows. It's
Nope.
like sweet.
Nope.
You don't do that,
I don't do that. I don't really
dude.
like marshmallows.
If I could shove that in my veins, I would do it.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't get to taste it.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Metaphorically speaking.
Yeah. I bought a grill and I'm a vegetarian, so like I feel like I'm not using it to its full. I need to grill more things. Like I'm just grilling like veggie burgers and veggie brats and stuff. Like I need to like get like like veggie kebabs and like grill corn on it or something. Like I need to like actually use it to its
What
full
you need,
potential.
my friend, is some pineapple.
Grill some pineapple. That's a good idea.
hmm And if you put your fake meat bullshit on the kebab with some peppers and some onions and some
Hmm.
pineapple
Oh, that's a good idea.
and run some teriyaki sauce over that.
So you're saying cut it up and then grill it all together and like,
hmm Come
oh,
on,
that's
get
a
get yourself some kebab sticks.
kebab.
Sure.
That's a good idea. They make fake they make fake like chicken. I could like actual like
Does it
and
taste like chicken?
it's it's protein product.
It's a protein.
It's a protein product. But yeah, I should do that. I should
You
do
know,
that before
apparently
it's
you
too
can
late.
have too. Apparently you can get too much protein.
I know. I don't think I'm in any
You're not
I
in
don't
any
think I'm
danger of
in
that.
zero danger of that. I'm in
Oh,
zero. I'm speaking of protein. I'm back on my workout regimen. I'm
oh, good
committing
for you.
here. Yeah, dude, I took a real fucking break.
Well,
Went
you
to
were in
Europe and
Europe.
well, yeah, and then you're in Europe and you just eat croissants every morning and God knows what else is around, Like
Put it in my face hole.
dude. Yeah. Yeah. And the croissants are better over there, man. I'm telling you
Shocking.
what. Yeah. The almond croissant. Ugh. If I could marry one of those. But I'm already happily married, so
There you
I wouldn't do that to her.
go.
But yeah, I gained a fucking shit. I was like on like a
I
really
feel
good,
like if you did do that, she would just shake her head and walk away. Like if
very
that,
like Pee Wee Herman married the fruit salad in his show.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, he had a sleepover at Pee Wee's Playhouse, and he said, "I love this fruit salad so much." And then everybody said, "Why don't you marry it?" And he says, "I think I will." And he married the fruit salad. It was like, and they had Cowboy Curtis, I think, officiated. I think it was Cowboy Curtis. Could have been Terry. I can't remember who officiated. But
Anyway,
yeah,
I'm back to Kirsten just shaking her head and just like,
yeah,
you know what? Fine.
yeah, fine. My dog is trying to get me to stop podcasting. Did, you did nothing but sleep all morning and now you want my
Now it's the
attention.
time.
Now you're gonna whine, you're gonna bring me toys. This is unhealthy. It's unhealthy.
Dogs are codependent. It's a callback.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Ooh, so yeah, I'm trying to get healthy again.
Good for
Make Joel
you.
healthy again.
Oh God. I I've been last 2 days I've gone on 2 nice bike rides, so that's been good.
Yeah.
hmm
You asked me the other day at the 4th of July picnic thing, like, You've been riding? Or maybe it was yesterday
Yeah.
when we went and saw Spinal Tap. You're like, and I'm like, fuck, I can't remember the last time I rode I mean, I went on a couple long rides early June, and that was about it. And I need to get back to that.
Your bike's lonely.
She lonely. It's like the best for me. I think I've probably talked about it here, and you have talked about it too. It's like one of the best sort of cardio exercises and brain exercises
Mm-hmm.
I can do.
It all wraps up into one thing.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what'd you think of Spinal Tap?
I thought it was an amazing documentary about a rock and roll band that tried, like it's a redeeming story about a band that lost its way and found it again. It's
Pounded.
great.
Yeah. It was really a heartwarming story.
It never fails to kill me that what's his name had the cucumber in his pants, but he wrapped it in tinfoil.
Tinfoil.
Why did he wrap it in tinfoil?
Because of the because it needed to be there for the gag.
It's so it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would just like to have I would like to have footage of the conversation about that bit
Uh-huh.
of like, okay, we are going through the metal
Dude,
detector.
honestly, I wouldn't surprise me at all given the way that movie was made as if he didn't tell anybody. You know,
Right. Yeah, for
except for
sure.
maybe the actress playing the security guard with the wand, maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
But
right.
just to get, authentic reactions from.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
so good. It was great to see that again.
Hmm.
It's always good.
I'm very excited for Spinal Tap II, The End Continues.
And the two is the Stonehenge
Stonehenge.
stones. Oh my God. Every time it's like every time I've seen that several times, right? But getting to see that in the theater was such a treat. And um
Especially the close-ups of the armadillos and the trousers.
yeah, the in 4K, baby.
4K, that's right. Yeah.
The 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 laughter from them that's underneath the
Yeah.
surface
Uh-huh.
at all times.
Uh-huh.
And watching it, Christopher Guest actually he breaks a few times but uses it.
Yeah.
Like that when he's being like uh I think it's the shit sandwich bit. Like he breaks and he like it's actually him laughing and he
Yeah.
then stays in character with it and
Yep.
I'm like god, he's so fucking good.
Uh-huh. Well, I watched the interview with him. They talk kind of at length about how they wrote, um, and you're probably familiar with this, but they wrote like each one of those guys has a history that they just fall into. And
Yeah.
so when they're doing the improv, that's what they just fall into their person.
Oh,
And they just
nice.
respond how that person would respond.
That's genius.
Hmm.
But then
Yeah,
they keep the conversation, the footage. I mean, what footage left? What are the outtakes of that?
uh-huh. Just a lot
You
of
know?
I'm guessing a lot of giggling.
Oh my God. Where does that exist?
I don't know. If it doesn't, they should put it out on DVD,
I'd buy that for
Blu-ray,
sure.
whatever, streaming.
They should
What do
put it
the
on
kid?
VHS actually.
That's exactly right. Yeah, Laserdisc.
That's yeah, dude. So good. Such geniuses. And then, it isn't uh Reiner has like that little intro to the
Hmm.
for this one, and he talks about how, they made that at a time where rock documentaries were not really even a thing.
No.
So they made fun of a genre that didn't exist. They invented a genre that made fun of the genre that didn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean,
Genius.
I'm like the inception levels of comedy that are going on in those guys' heads is
Hmm.
astounding.
Hmm.
And then they went on to do like Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, like those sort of things were like we wouldn't
I
have that
think
without.
I think the following movies I don't think Rob Reiner was involved with.
That's true.
I think that was all Christopher Guest.
Yeah, but like he took, I mean, that's
Yeah.
straight out of that Spinal
Hmm.
Tap world, you
Hmm.
know. I forget that Angelica Houston is in that.
Yeah, that was like, oh shit, that's Angelica Houston yesterday.
Yeah. And I always remember Billy Crystal, but I forget that Dana Carvey is the other mime at
Yeah.
the Mime is
Uh,
Money.
Mine was
Mime is Money. So good. I mean,
priceless. I forget
yeah.
about Billy Crystal. Like he was hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Like they gave them a little bit that they was I mean I bet it was Billy they just like we'll get some B-roll of the mime
Yeah,
servers
yeah.
and his little improv mime is money is was too good to cut. Like they just like, well, you enshrined
That's
yourself in
going in.
this movie
Yeah.
now. Like this is too good to not have that
That
in.
that little scene always reminds me of just like the length of it and kind of just how much funny there is in the short period of time. You know, those characters reminds me of Jeff Goldblum and Annie Hall on the phone saying, "Yeah, hi, I forgot my mantra."
Right. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm glad we did that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we did that. That was fun.
It
Yeah.
was good to be in it with a theater and to hear the theater crack up.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Like you don't get that when you're watching it at home with your half bag of Lay's.
No. And I it's a movie that never ceases to make me laugh out loud. I don't think.
Every time,
I don't
every
think
time.
I don't care who I'm with. I'm with
You know?
people or by myself. There's something in that movie that makes me actually laugh out loud, and that's
Mhm.
not necessarily the case with comedies that you've seen a bunch of times. Although
Right.
they are fun to watch,
Yeah, yeah.
you don't ever catch yourself actually
Actually laughing.
laughing. And
Uh-huh.
so I knew, like, I'm like, I need that. Like,
Uh-huh.
I go and I'm like, excuse me, I need this movie because I know I'm gonna laugh out loud.
Laugh. It's a thing. It's good. Laughter is good medicine.
The lyrics of those songs, Jesus Christ. I don't think I ever really heard them as well as I did yesterday. Oh, you're muted, buddy.
That was because the lyrics were in 4K.
That's right. They sounded, I could actually understand them.
Uh-huh.
And they made a whole,
The next film will be in 5K.
I'm not gonna, I'd listen to, I should put some of those songs. Those songs need to be on my favorites playlist, I think. I think I need to put just a,
A
Big Bottom.
smattering.
That's a good song. That's a legitimately good song.
I was on a hellhole kick.
Yeah.
Girl, get me back to my hellhole.
Hellhole.
You know where you stand in a hellhole.
You know where you stand in a hellhole.
That's right. Uh-huh. But I mean, just the satirization of rock lyrics is it's Zappa level.
Yeah. Yeah. They had to go that big to
Hmm
make fun of it,
hmm
but they're taking it the faces,
Uh-huh.
their signature of like all three of them making the
The
guitar necks, their phallic symbols.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just so good.
Well, that's like straight from like when they're at the front of the stage, all fanned out with their guitars. That's
Mhm.
like that's like the Scorpions.
Yes, for sure.
hmm
For sure.
Or maybe Judas Priest.
Rat.
Yeah.
Right. Poison for sure.
Did Poison? I don't know.
I mean, it's interesting
That
though
movie
that
came out before Poison was a
I
thing.
know that's the thing. It's like 84, 83. Isn't that what that came out?
Yeah, 84, I think. They filmed it in 82, so
So that they were, I mean, they were ahead of a lot of the butt
it-
rock
yeah.
circus.
Uh-huh. It was before a lot of that actually happened.
It's so wild to think about
Uh-huh.
because you think it's retroactively like that should have been made like
Oh, they
89.
predicted the future.
Yeah, and then them bands just did that. Like they just did that. And I'm like, did you not see how fucking ridiculous you look?
Well, yeah, but look at who you're talking about.
That's true. That's true.
I'll never
Yeah.
I'll never forget. Well, so when Nigel was talking at the end, like, what would you be doing without Spinal Tap? He's talking about being working as a haberdasher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I remember an interview with CC DeVille, the guitar player from Poison, where somebody asked him like, "What would you be doing if you weren't doing this?" He said, "Selling shoes."
Oh, nice.
Right.
Yeah.
hmm
Interesting.
hmm So
He's
life.
referencing that,
I don't know
maybe.
if he. I think he was just saying,
Oh,
which is
wow.
like what I'm saying is that life imitates tap. not the
Right.
other way around.
That's
like it all
right.
starts with Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
Spinal.
Spinal Tarp.
We're such huge fans of your music. We have all your records, not your records specifically, but the genre.
The genre.
So yeah,
Oh.
anyway, all you TTBBers out there, get ready for Spinal Tap II, The End Continues,
The End Continues.
coming to a theater near you in September, I believe.
What I was saying too is they gave a little teaser, and I was telling you this as we were leaving the theater that like they understand. So the whole audience in the theater like laughed at when the camera panned to their older selves and with them
Everybody
being
just
old.
laughed.
Yeah, that them being old doing this is the biggest joke
That
in and
was
of
hilarious.
itself, and they're
Uh-huh.
making fun of them. Like it's so good because they're like,
It's literally they're just, if you'll forgive the expression, tapping right back into
yeah,
the thing.
yeah, and it's like those people as actors had a thought like we're probably too old to do this, and that's perfect. Spinal
Perfect.
Tap would do this.
Yes,
The
100%.
the
Well,
the fictitious band would still be doing this.
well, I mean, it's not like they don't have a template to follow. Rolling Stones, I'm looking at you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
it. There's like think of all of the musical trends that have come since 1984, come
Oh
and
my
gone.
god. Oh my god.
Like they'll probably do a Garth Brooks phase.
Oh my
They'll
god.
probably do a Kurt Cobain phase.
Yeah, they have to.
They'll have to finish off the butt rock years, you
I
know.
hope a boy band like
Oh,
early 2000s boy band like In Sync.
oh my gosh.
I hope they do a rap rock like Linkin Park or something or Limp Bizkit phase. And with
Core.
CGI, like I was going to say, how could those
Oh,
older actors do that?
they can just CGI it up, baby.
I hope that's the case.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's so much a wealth of things that they can lampoon.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of old rock and roll, like you mentioned the Stones, I was watching some videos of the Black Sabbath did like
Yeah, they're
a farewell
the
show
final thing. Yeah.
and it's the core members, right? And they
Yeah.
had Ozzy up there in his
Did
throne.
did they? I was gonna say, did they wheel him out on a two-wheel dolly? Like,
They had to, but
yeah.
he was like sitting in this golden throne of skulls singing. I mean, that's I watched some longer videos of it, and it's amazing that like the music kicks in and he can just do it. He can sing it. But
Yep.
to talk to him, he's not on planet Earth.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like when the music hits, he can do it and he just does it.
He's the father of darkness or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And they had a bunch of other metal musicians, members from Tool and Tom
Oh,
Morello from Rage Against the Machine, and fucking Steven Tyler was there, and a bunch of like younger.
I really don't like Steven Tyler.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Do you want to unpack that this morning?
No, I'll just leave that there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's done some good things.
Sure.
What? Is it the over the top
No,
rockness of him?
it's the like marrying a young girl so he could,
Oh, Steve.
take her across state lines.
I'm chewing on a big plate of crow right now. Like,
Yeah.
what's not to like?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Rock bands in the 70s, not Girl Scout troops,
Right. Or
but
Boy Scout troops.
or Boy Scout troops, but kind of above like he's kind of the,
That was may not, yeah. Yeah, it was bad then, it's bad now.
yeah, not great.
We don't excuse bad behavior just because of the times didn't hold it accountable.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry to,
Yeah, not like the Boy Scout Bob Weir who
yeah.
waited for Natasha to be
Yeah,
old enough.
he totally waited. They didn't do anything.
No, they were
Those
they
words are straight out of the horse's mouth.
that's right. They had
Yeah, she
they,
was a lot younger, but we didn't do anything.
right. Yeah. Because he made her wait in the front of the bus until she was of age.
That's exactly what happened. From the
Calmly
bus.
sips coffee.
Exactly. Okay, so point taken. God damn it.
God damn it. It's a long way to the top, Steve.
Indeed.
So, what else is going on?
I went and saw some music last night. I
Yeah,
went down
what
to
was
the
all that
Zoo
about?
Bar. I went and saw Underbite, which is a Tom Edelman project. Tom also plays in the Midland Band, and they're great too. And I don't have the names of the other two gentlemen that play in Underbite, but they're it's a power trio, prog power trio.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom's just a guitar phenom, super nice guy, wickedly talented. And so is the bass player for Underbite. Does all the bass things,
Mm-hmm.
tapping and slapping and chords and hammer-ons, hammer-offs. I mean, just all over the place. And the
Yep.
drummer's laying it down. And I mentioned in the thread, like prog is not my favorite genre of music.
Sure.
To me, prog equals technically proficient music that I can't dance to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's you just marvel at the technical proficiency.
Yeah. Right.
Which again, like okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of managed to make it. It's really weird prog, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
And they're great. I mean, like it was like I sat there the whole time, just like, wow, that's whoo,
Yeah.
But it's like I like to dance when I go out,
Yeah.
and he
He,
really there was like one moment, one song where it was like, oh, that was kind of groovy, and some people did get up and dance. Um, but they finished it off with the guitar player for Head Change, who was closing the show, came out, and so they did a rendition of Cortez the Killer that was phenomenal.
yeah.
Um, so anyway, yeah, it was great. Underbite, uh,
Underbite.
pretty proggy, which
Well,
is the
yeah,
point.
it's
Like they're a prog band.
you had to do the cool kid prog nod dance where you
Yeah,
just kind
pretty
of
much. You
like
just yep,
I get it.
yes,
I'm doing the
yes.
math in my head. This makes
It's
sense. Oh,
that's
nice time signature. Ooh,
yeah,
that was a
kind
good
of.
change. Good.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And
I
they're
get
very
this.
they're at least I have the I'm gonna put on the front of getting this.
Yes, yes. It's like being in an art museum and you walk around. I
You
had
nod and
one of the best bits, like my friend Dave Nell, who is a improv god in my mind, and he's one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. He directed at I did improv with him back in the day. He worked at Second City. He's now in Salt Lake City doing all kinds of stuff. But
he worked
he
at Second City. He's now in Salt Lake City.
is that Salt, but he's doing like all kinds of I mean he worked for
Does he know the wives of Salt Lake City?
that would be that would be an interesting improv gag for us to do that. I'm going to call him tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyway, he's always doing bits, right? Like he like lives improv. It's like a holy path for him, which I totally appreciate.
Yes.
Anyway, I when he was living in Chicago and I was there for a work trip, I went and met up with him and a couple other people that I did improv with. And we're just looking for shit to do in the city. It's cold as fuck, and we go to this art museum, right? And I'm just kind of like, we're just walking around in this art museum because we've got nowhere better to do. It's like 30 below outside.
Right.
And I'm looking at something. He comes right up next to me and it's like gives it a beat, nods his head a little bit, and he's like, yeah, that's art. I get it. And like everything he would say, that's I get it. That's art. I get it. So every time I'm in an art museum, it's like,
That's it.
but that's kind of the prog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
I
get it.
get this. I get this. I want to. Yeah.
I understand.
I understand.
None of you understand the math involved in this, but I do.
I do. Yeah. Underbite's a little less mathy.
Okay, good.
They're a little less mathy. Um, there's a jam element to it. Anyway, yeah, that was fun. It's good to be out and
Where'd they play? Zoo?
Zubar. Mm-hmm.
Head Change. That's a band I've heard a lot of good things about him. Yeah, not yet seen.
I have seen parts of a few of their shows.
What are your thoughts?
They're good. I don't
You
know enough about them to.
have an opinion?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, from what I've seen, they're good.
Hmm.
There's so much good music happening between Lincoln and Omaha right now. It's just insane.
Yeah.
I'm a little bummed to miss Zoo Fest next weekend. That is always a good time.
Hmm. Yeah, it is. That's
Mhm.
it's a cool thing that we have for sure. Also, I need to check out some of the Stransky Park shows. I
Yeah.
always love doing that.
Hmm.
Bring Maven down there and check out some music.
Have you done Jazz in June
I didn't do
recently?
any jazz in June. Well,
Me either.
because like the first week in June, I think I had something going on that Tuesday, and then we were out of town,
Yeah.
and it looked like they got thwarted by weather a lot.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That's gonna be a thing from now on.
Weather? What's up
Con
with the?
Outdoor. Yeah, right.
What do you
It's
mean, Steve? What's up with the
well,
weather?
we nothing. Everything's fine. That's why we don't need to fund the NOAA anymore.
Yeah, I mean weather. I mean weather's just weather, dude.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
this
it's fine.
is yeah, nothing's fucked here.
Nothing's fucked here, dude. Yep.
Yeah,
If you don't talk about it, it's not happening.
the God, yeah, the tragedy of the flooded river down in Texas is horrible, dude.
It's horrible. Yep.
So bad.
Kids just swept away.
And
23 of them, I
like,
think. Oh, 14 children dead as the death toll rises to 32.
and
You
you
know,
know, I'm
it's a real shame that they're the citizenry of Texas has voted to ignore climate change for decades.
yeah, and cut the vital scientists that work on warning
Yeah.
people.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's like it's still it's like it's right in line. It's in the same lane for me as gun control. It's
Hmm.
like these horrible things happen. Nothing can be done. It's so
Yeah.
sad that nothing can be done.
Nothing can be done. Yeah.
You know, I guess we just have to think
Let kid
about it and
just
pray.
yeah, and let, kids die.
I mean, it's God's will, right?
It is God's will. Absolutely, yes. Hmm.
I I am pretty alarmed to hear in this climate. No, no, my
No
dog
pun
is
intended.
no pun intended, but the like the journalists that are asking the hard questions, I feel like that's the next thing. They're just going to start getting rid of those people that are asking hard questions. But
Yeah.
in a presser in Texas, you know, the sheriff of that county and the governor were there, and it was like, um, uh, this journalist was like, so can we talk about how what were the warning? Like, did you have enough people to actually warn people? What was the process there?
Hmm.
And they just like they can't they know it. It's like on their faces that they know the answer, but they
Hmm.
can't answer it because they're scared of people that would come after them for saying the truth. It's so clear. It's like we're all seeing that,
Yep.
and it's like just recognize like
Just
the
answer the
ability.
question. Just answer the
Yeah,
question.
and we're seeing in plain sight constantly the inability for people and systems to just admit that they were wrong.
Hmm.
Like that's at the bare minimum. Hey, maybe I understand wanting to make things more efficient. Sure, do it. But when it's not efficient, it's not working, why can't you just say, like, we were
We
wrong?
we we were wrong.
We were wrong.
Because that, and we've talked about this before, that because that would require it would remove one of the critical structure pieces in the it would remove a load bearing piece of the structure that they've built up. If they
Yeah.
admit being wrong to one thing, then they have to admit to being wrong to all of it.
And it's just like fucking that chicken all the way down the road.
Yeah. Hmm. I mean, that's true. That's true for people like Greg Abbott,
Yeah.
and it's true for your neighbors.
Right.
To
Mhm.
admit being wrong about one piece would then mean that they would have to admit to being wrong about a few other things.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
The structure would just come crumbling down,
Yeah.
and people that have been living in that level of denial
Yeah. Right.
and cognitive dissonance, and
Right.
that can't happen.
No.
that can't happen. I mean, they'd
Yeah,
have to go.
that's the
They'd have to go sell their big truck and buy a Prius.
ain't no way, no how.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's like you pull one thread, the whole sweater's coming undone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's plus you have the threat of, people. Hi, Mavie. Hi, Mavie.
Maven. She doesn't have cans on, so she can't hear you.
I
Maven,
know.
what are you doing? You're really it's really inappropriate how much you're trying to disrupt this podcast. Kids,
Yeah, they're the worst.
the worst.
Hi, guys. Um, Your Maven, damn it! I had a, I actually had it. I had a train of thought. I had an actual train of thought going.
She likes to derail those.
You know who Maven is?
Who's that?
She's Janine from Spinal Tap. She's
Oh
coming
my
in.
God.
She's coming in, has all these ideas
Yeah. She wants us to align our star signs.
with her.
Ugh.
Maven in Korea, there's a dish called kegogi.
No, no. I'm putting that right to bed.
That's that's what
Fucked up,
my
dude.
dad used to say that to our dogs.
Oh, really?
Turn you into kegogi.
Well, you eat pigs and cows, and they're pretty much the same behavioral level.
Yeah.
You know.
So, speaking of smart animals, I'm gonna go play with dolphins next week. I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, it's what?
Yeah.
In Virginia Beach?
Uh-huh. We're
You can
taking.
you can like swim with them?
Well, we're not gonna swim. We're gonna kayak with them.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's fucking way cool.
It's gonna be cool. I'm pretty excited about that. Actually,
That's
I was on the Virginia Beach subreddit saying, "Hey, what do you do in Virginia Beach?" We're just looking around for stuff to do, and
hmm
that came up. There's a company that they put you in a kayak and push you out into the bay, and
Dude,
yeah,
that's really cool.
hmm
That's like bucket list stuff. I mean, I feel like I was out on a boat once and saw dolphins swimming next to us and stuff, but
hmm
I've never actually.
that was an option too. It's like a boat tour. So
Yeah.
I asked my offspring if they would like to do a boat or a kayak, and they went kayak. I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. It's a 2 hour tour that hopefully doesn't turn into a 3 hour tour.
Yeah, because those 3 hour tours
Yeah.
turn into like 7 seasons.
Exactly. Of just the worst plots.
And and just the most insane,
On the
shenanigans one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plus, Marianne.
Well, I mean, if there could be a Marianne for you, but at what cost?
Exactly. So anyway, yeah. So I had to there. Of course, there's waivers upon waivers,
Right.
and I had to attest that was physically capable to paddle a kayak for 2 hours.
Now, are you confident in that commitment?
I'm as far as the checkbox says yes. I'm not worried about my cardiovascular health. I'm a little worried about my upper body.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I did when we were in Tahoe a couple years ago. We rented kayaks and you can kayak. You can't go way far out on the lake, but you can we kayaked along the shore and then into where all the houses are. There's like this,
Yeah,
the
Tahoe
canals.
Keys.
Yeah, the Tahoe Keys. We canal or kayaked all through there, and that was probably about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I don't think it'll be. It's not like we're whitewater rafting.
no, no.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we're gonna take our inflatable kayak out to some lakes in Iowa in a couple weeks with Kirsten's sibling. So I haven't gotten
nice.
that thing out. It's like that one's tougher to row. But it's nice. It's a nice inflatable kayak, but it's also it's not as sleek and aerodynamic, right? So it's harder.
Oh,
It's like it takes more effort to actually
hydrodynamic.
hydrodynamic. Thank you,
Sure.
nerd.
Exactly.
Go outside, nerd. Yes, that'll be cool, man. How long are you gonna be down there?
Yeah, 5 days. We're gonna go to Busch Gardens. We're gonna ride some roller coasters.
Oh, that's like roller coaster mecca, right?
That would be Cedar Point in
Oh, okay.
Sandusky, Ohio.
Okay.
But Busch Gardens has some coasters. Busch Gardens is kind of like it's about the size of Worlds of Fun, only a lot greener.
Oh, yeah.
It's very lush.
Less paved.
It's there's so much natural foliage.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Anyway,
Nice.
yeah, Busch Gardens is fun. I haven't been there in a long many moons.
I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or not last week because my memory's fading, but I don't think I can do roller coasters anymore.
I think you mentioned it. I don't know if it
Yeah.
was on the pod or if we were just talking.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
You know what you do, man? You strap in. You just strap in.
take a bottle of Tylenol and a leave
Yeah.
and let it rip.
Yeah. Hello.
The last roller coaster I rode was at fucking California Adventure in California and Disneyland, and it was a legit coaster. And Kirsten and I got off of that thing and we're like, I think we're too old for this shit. They beat you up. They're like abusive. I know you're shaking your head.
But Joel, the abuse is out of love.
It's for a good time.
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna love this.
Exactly. And then you're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
And again. You're gonna say, I'm never going back.
You'll be back, baby.
You'll be back, baby. That's
You'll
right.
be back.
Uh-huh.
I maybe I need to just take a trip down to World of Fun and see what I can handle.
That's what I'm saying. Now, see, now you're talking.
Yeah.
Push it to the limit.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
My dude, this dog, she's being extra today. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it.
Good luck. Oh, you were gonna ignore me. There she is.
Yep. She has jumped up on my lap and is waving her toy in my face. She's
Hey,
demanding.
this is one time I really wish this was a video podcast because
See if I can get a screenshot.
Because that was hilarious. Like totally on cue.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm ignoring it, and she's like, "Good luck."
Good luck, bitch. Oh my goodness. Dude, she showed well, she's got a lot of energy now, but the 3rd and 4th of July really fucked her up.
Mm.
She didn't like the first 2 years of
Wasn't.
her life with us. She didn't give a fuck about
Right.
fireworks. Did not give a shit. And like straight out of a movie, we're at the private pet food store we go to. It's public, but it's not like a big box store or whatever. And the woman there loves Maven, and she was asking about fireworks, and I'm like, she's fine. And she's, like the last 2 years, she's been fine. She's like, well, as dogs get older, like, between like years 3 and 6, they can really develop a lot of anxiety around it. And we're like, okay. So we bought her like some doggy weed, these CBD cookies that have like fucking 14 milligrams or whatever of CBD and valerian root and chamomile and lavender in it, and right on cue that night, fireworks started going off and she started wigging out.
Wow.
And yeah, and she like hid under the bed, wouldn't go outside, geeked out. So we got her super high. So she spent the last 2 days pretty sedentary and high as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it help?
So she's got, yeah, it did actually. I hope it doesn't progress to the point where we need to like actually drug her with sedatives. But the weed definitely chilled her out for sure.
Good. Yeah, that'll probably be enough.
Let's hope.
What a time to be alive. Doggy weed.
Doggy weed. Yeah. Which is interesting because she went to her first recovery meeting on the 4th of July,
Oh, yeah, that's right. She went to her first meeting high. How appropriate.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, he's right on time. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Oh, that's fantastic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's now entered the chat again. She's jumped up on my lap. This is
well, it's good because there was a pregnant pause there and then right on time.
Yeah.
Maven, oh, if we brought Maven on as a cast member, that would mean we've officially jumped the shark.
We may have to resort to that at some point.
Come on.
She's Now she's looking at the table that I'm working at and looking for shit to like jump up and bite and chew to get my real attention. She's like, okay, this
All
motherfucker doesn't
right.
want to play. I want him to be mad at me now. So I see her looking around. She's like looking around like, what can I destroy that
Mm-hmm.
will get his attention?
Mm-hmm.
This is my lot.
You could just put the dog outside.
Well, I could, but it would take 10, like it would take forever to get her upstairs and outside, and you would
Uh,
have to vamp. I mean,
could I
I
s-
can't put our
could I
listeners
could
in
I
that
could could I
position.
could I scat?
Oh God,
Sit Baba Duda. Sit.
please don't scat. Please, for whatever,
You have
she,
little faith.
yeah. Yeah, she's really vindictive with what she decides to destroy. Like I got some like old vintage coasters at this vintage shop in Dublin and brought them home for my basement. Immediately destroyed them. I put them down like, oh, I'm gonna put them down here and they're gonna be great. And then an hour later, like the day we got home, they
Oh,
were in sh
you brought these home as a souvenir from the place that you went when
Mhm.
you abandoned me?
Exactly. She's like, this smells like abandonment. Destroy. This is where you were. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck your coasters.
Fuck your coasters.
Good girl.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're not going to be back next week because you're going to be out of town.
I will be out of town next week, actually.
Okay.
I will be hopefully flying back from the beach, assuming that everything goes well.
Oh yeah. Well, from my recent experience with flight, it's going to go smooth.
It's gonna
Everything will
be
be on
great.
time. Yeah.
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 Well, we're
They
flying.
won't they won't overbook the plane and everything will go just fine.
We're flying Southwest, which is
Mm.
still on their old original model of like no
Yeah,
reserve seats and all that.
when does that go to
I think it start. I don't remember this summer, and I think it's all. I think if you bought tickets now on Southwest, you would pick seats.
Oh, really?
I think, but I could be wrong. But anyway, I did uh spend the extra dollars and got us, the first 15 rows or whatever. So,
Oh, yeah, you're sitting in the premium.
well, I mean, all the seats are the same, but we can get on the plane and off the plane quicker. So,
See, getting off the plane I get is kind of a nice thing,
mhm.
but I had this thought. I'm like, why is it why is it the luxury to get on the plane first?
I have wondered that too. I don't know. I
Because
think it's
like
just,
that's the
I think it's because people uh, most generally want to be at their destination. And if the
okay.
destination is on the plane, then
Okay.
right, because otherwise you're just sitting in limbo waiting to get on the plane.
Well, I mean, if I were running things, they should make the peasants get on first and and load the
In the
plane from the
back.
back to the front.
Yeah.
And if you're in a luxury, then maybe you have like a special seating area and you don't have to get on the plane until the last possible moment, which is exactly what I want to do. I don't
Yeah.
want to get on that plane and be constricted. Like I want to
But
enjoy
see
and
that if you're in first class, they'll bring you a mimosa while you wait.
oh, that's right.
Hmm.
Well,
Like they
I'm
try to
never
make
gonna
it.
fly first class, so
I have a few times. It's quite lovely, actually.
it's choice.
Yeah, I highly recommend it if you have the means.
It's like first class on an international flight. I was watching this, like, man, that shit is like thousands, and it's like
Mhm.
extra, like $10,000 to do that. Like,
It's a lot, but that's for people that's like buying it, dinner.
yeah, I'm not one of those
I
people.
when I went to San Juan, whatever, two winters ago, I had I upgraded. It was one of those deals where they were like, "Hey, you want to upgrade your ticket for $150 to first class?"
Oh, that's different.
Maybe might have been 250, whatever. I said, "Sure, why the hell not?"
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
See
Got
if it was that kind of
the
price
the
difference.
little private room, you had to
Yeah.
lay down and put the curtain across, and it was lovely.
You get the. I'm not gonna make that joke.
Don't make that joke. Good one though. That's a good one.
I think that the Southwest, like getting rid of their, you know, free for all seating and charging for bags. That's like the next step is that the price of hot dog and a Coke at Costco is going to go up.
Yeah.
You know, an
I,
Arizona tea is going to be $2 now.
oh, come on.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like this is the end.
I feel like some part of the reason Southwest did that was because of their computer system meltdown. Was that a year or two ago?
Oh, I was on the business
You were,
end of that.
yeah. So I feel like that rather than spend the hundreds of millions of dollars it'll take to upgrade their infrastructure, they're just gonna change, do a little rearrange the deck chairs on the Titanic. Hey, everybody, look, we're new.
We fixed it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I've only flown Southwest one other time, and that was to go to Orlando 8 years ago.
We fly Southwest. So, I mean, we did. We've flown Southwest most of the time because usually it's the cheaper deal. It's easy. It's,
Yeah.
and the bag thing, right? But like I'm now firmly in the one bag camp.
As
Like,
opposed to what, two bags?
well, as opposed to checking a bag, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. If you can just do a carry on, that's
yeah, I had this for the 2 week trip to Europe, I did one duffel bag at what is it's like a 35-liter duffel bag. And I used packing cubes and I did laundry.
right.
Like I'm gonna yeah, if I can do that for 2 weeks, I can do that for whatever. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah, no,
Like,
I'm very much on the well, when my daughter and I go to New York in August, which admittedly is just for a few days, but we're carrying everything on our backs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Partly because the last day we will check out of the Airbnb and have to carry all of our stuff while we're out
Right. Right.
doing New York. So
Yeah.
that's just a logistical slash practical consideration. Like you're not
Right.
wheeling a suitcase around Manhattan.
No.
I
Do you do packing cubes?
don't know what that is.
They're these like, you know, they're not I mean, yeah, I guess there are fabric, but they're like zippable little packing cubes that you can pack your things into and kind of compartmentalizes everything and it kind of saves some space, but it's actually I'm never going back
Packing
using
cubes.
packing cubes, dude. I'm telling you.
So what's the difference between just rolling your shit up tight?
Because then it's everywhere in there, and when you get to the hotel you have to take everything, you have to go through everything, right? So if you have one cube for your socks and underwear, one cube for shirts, one cube for pants, then you just take that out and it's like your drawers, and then you put it all back, but it also saves space. You can put more in the cube and compress it and then put it in your shit. I feel like you're a packing cube guy and you don't know it.
I'm looking at him right now thinking, I don't know.
See, you're resisting it because I'm suggesting it, but I'm gonna
Yes.
just plant that seed and let that
You're not wrong.
germinate.
You're
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
wrong.
yeah. Because
Should I
I'm
get
suggesting
should
it, you're
should
like,
I
nah, I
get
don't want to do
should
it.
I
It's
get
like, okay, well, fuck you
should I
then.
get sustainable packing cubes from Quince?
I don't know what I got some just like generic Amazon ones, and then my brother
Ooh, I
bought a
could
bunch.
get I could get an Italian leather dual compartment toiletry bag for $70.
Well, see, now the toiletry thing,
I have a
demi-
DOP kit. Like,
yeah,
what
that's
else
all
do
you
I need?
need. No, yeah, yeah. But packing clothes, pants, shirts, socks, and underwear in different
Ooh,
cubes.
I could get a Napa leather RFID blocking passport holder.
See, you're distracted now.
Quince.com. For a discount on your Quince products, just put in quince.com/TTBB for
That
10% off and free shipping.
that's not real. Just clear. Let's make this very clear. That's not real.
Ooh, Napa leather AirTag key rings. Napa leather.
I'm just planting the seed for packing cubes for you. Okay.
Expandable carry-ons. Quince.com for all of your fancy travel needs. Luxury essentials honestly priced. Quince.
Quince, pack your shit. Quince,
Pack your shit and go.
nicely pack your shit.
That's right.
Politely pack your shit and get the fuck out. Quince, 10% off.
That's right. Okay. Anyway, hi.
Hi.
We're packing
I'm just
cubes.
saying, packing cubes. That's it. I'm not gonna. I want. I really. I'm at this. If I have one gospel to share with the world, it's packing cubes. Kirsten is already annoyed with me talking about how great they are. So if I can share that with you,
I'm already annoyed too. So
well, it's like I just know that like there's a there's a weird. It's actually helped my packing anxiety. It's also
oh,
helped my being in a hotel and having to go through all of my shit and then put all of my shit back. It's like you just take the cube out and it's like, oh, this is where my shirts are, this is where my pants are, this is, and it's all right there, and then you put it back in and it goes back in and
see, to
you
me,
don't have to worry about it.
that's just a middleman. It's just another thing to worry
I
about.
know, I
It's
know.
just another thing to
You're
worry
not
about.
wrong.
Now I've got all these fucking cubes.
Okay.
Well,
You don't have to use
I
them.
could just take the stuff out of my backpack
Yeah.
and put it on a hanger and just
Sure.
skip the middle part.
Sure. You could. And that might be okay for you. I'm just saying. You probably hate them, actually. You probably shouldn't do it. They're awful, actually. You would, they're totally inefficient and they suck, and it's not,
Nice reverse psychology. Why don't you just say something bad about my mama?
are you my mommy? Why aren't you my
Why
mommy?
aren't you my mommy?
Yeah, don't use them. You'd hate them. It'll
I'll
suck.
hate
It's
him.
not
Thank you.
inefficient. You won't have a good time. It'll suck. The packing will be awful for you. You won't like it at all.
Speaking of not having a good time, we should have gone to see Fish.
Well, I don't know about that. The set list looks great, and I'm going to listen to the show.
Uh-huh.
But I woke up yesterday morning like
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that was the
Glad I'm
right.
not in a car right now.
I'm glad I'm not in a car right now trying to force this. But
Joel and
I
I came very close to impulsive decision to go see the last Fish show in Boulder.
I was very some months ago when they announced that I was like, well, fuck, we're going to Europe, but I'll have a week to kind of recover, and if I'm feeling randy, I might just get in my car and
Yeah,
go. And you at the time were like, I can't go, I'm out. I'm
yeah.
like, okay. So maybe it's just a solo thing. I just go up there, I stay with my sister, I come back. And as the jet lag settled in, I was like, yeah, I'm probably
I'm
not going to do
done.
this. And then we're at the meeting and you're like, we can make it. And I'm like, fuck, Steve. Fuck.
We could have made it westbound and down.
Yeah.
But I'm also kind of glad that we didn't. So
I uh I think that hopefully that's now the tradition for them,
that'd be great.
you know,
Hmm.
because I've heard that Dick's is a shit show. And I saw photos from they didn't fill that thing at all. Like we
No,
could
they
have,
didn't. Mm-mm.
you don't need to like prepay for
That's what I'm
tickets.
saying. We could have just walked right in.
Yeah. God, I hope they come back. Hopefully it
Hmm.
was a success.
Hmm.
Hopefully they didn't piss off the University of Colorado too much.
University of Colorado has, over the years, has proven that they'll take the money.
Yeah, that's true.
Know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
they get to beat on hippies and take the money. I mean, it's like a perfect day, really.
Yeah, they don't fuck around when you're at a show there. You
No,
can't just hang out. They don't want you hanging out.
yeah, people just find other places to hang out.
That's true. That's
Hmm.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the University of Colorado. They're more than happy because it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah. That's good.
Uh
Yeah.
huh. I hope it doesn't actually come to that one day.
Well, that kind of freedom and fun is definitely going to be targeted at some point, but we got to
100%.
the fascists have bigger fish to fry, so to speak. Did you that was
Oh,
hey, that's what
oh,
happens when you get up early.
you just.
Sharper. The puns are worse.
Well, I mean, somebody has to feed those alligators.
Oh my God.
Hmm. That's
Yeah.
literally, I mean, we have elected officials gleefully talking about feeding immigrants to alligators.
They have merch.
Yeah, I know.
There's fucking merch. The
Mhm.
actual White House social media account shared this like shitty airbrushed, like bad, Photoshop thing of Trump standing next to these, alligators with MAGA hats on.
Mhm.
The White House account shared
Mhm.
this.
I believe that. I haven't seen
I
it, but I
mean,
believe it.
we are, yeah. If anybody, I heard of a friend that kind of had an existential crisis like just the other day because they realized that because their partner had said something about, this is the Holocaust. And they were like, what are you talking about? It's not the
Oh.
Holocaust. And then they showed them some stuff and they just came online with all of this. And they're like,
Mhm.
oh my God, like we are past the Rubicon,
Mhm.
way past that.
Mhm.
Like we're actually, this
We're
is,
we're we're on the verge of feeding people to alligators.
yeah. And it's not like this is how it starts. Like, honey, it has
No.
already started.
Oh
Like
yeah, it
we're,
started a long time ago, actually.
yeah, we're,
Mhm.
and they can throw together that level of protection, I mean, not even protection. It's like
No.
they can throw together that level of infrastructure when it comes to eradicating people and disappearing
Mhm.
people, but they can't do anything to house people or help people.
Right.
That's not the point.
The cruelty is the point.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Terrorism.
Yeah. Fear.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Intimidation.
Hmm.
Yep. So that's, the land of the free.
Yeah.
Free.
Home of the cowards.
Yeah. Free to just, kill people.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
that's
on.
just to be absolutely 100% clear. That's a concentration camp, and this is the
Yes.
Holocaust.
Correct.
Hmm.
Yep. There's no way around that.
So
Yep. Prisons without due process is a concentration camp.
I
So,
am I'm on the verge of becoming a one issue voter,
yeah.
and that issue is no concentration camps.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that's
probably good enough. Yeah.
that's I think that's I've always been against one issue voting, like
Yeah.
always. I
Yeah.
think it's stupid and short sighted.
Yeah.
For the record, one issue voting. But in this case, I'm willing to make an exception
Yeah.
and draw the line at no concentration camps.
You know,
If you're for concentration camps and you're selling merch for concentration camps, you can go to hell. That I don't believe in, but
yeah, they're already there. That's why they're doing this. That's a
right.
whole other podcast, but you're right. Yeah, that's, if you have to compartmentalize everything down and boil it down to one thing, maybe concentration camps is a line maybe you didn't, maybe you're a Republican voter out there and you're wondering,
Unlikely.
unlikely, but maybe you are. Maybe you're wondering, where
Where's the line?
where's the line? I feel like the line is that
Concentration.
concentration camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in one breath you fall asleep in your easy chair watching World War documentaries, and now you're living that, and you're
Yeah.
still
Right.
not. You
Yeah.
don't get it.
Right.
Nobody's. You
Yeah. Really?
really
Yeah. Well,
okay,
I didn't vote for this.
dude? Did you see? Fuck. This is gonna be a 2-hour podcast if I start this right now. But that president of ours, he said something about farm. He said, what did he say? He said something. Okay, so the whole policy now is that he's floating this idea because farmers and hotel owners and construction companies have now pushed back,
Yeah,
and
and said,
he's now,
"Hey, asshole,
hey, I really
we
appreciate the fascism, but could it not apply to us and our businesses, please?
right,
Because we
yeah, yeah,
voted for you and donated to
100%,
you."
yeah, yeah,
And now they're like, farmers are like, and even I think our governor was like, this is fucked up because all of these people depend on undocumented
dude,
labor. And
and
so,
wheat sales. But anyway, go ahead.
yeah, so he was like, well, we're gonna work this policy where the farmers and the hotel owners and all of that are responsible, and it's their responsibility to deal with these people. And if they don't follow the rules, then we're going to deport the farmers and keep the illegals here. That's basically what he said. I was like, if I told Kirsten, I was like, I would drive to Ord, Nebraska to sit in Daylight Donuts at 6 in the morning to hear the
Here,
mental gymnastics that it takes for those Valley County farmers to figure out how to make that work.
We'll deport the farmers and
That's,
keep
I
the
mean,
illegals.
I wish I was joking, but
Well,
Kirsten, like,
all he's saying is those people aren't with my insanity.
right.
I'm so going to deport them. We'll keep the other people. We'll get rid of them. That's
Yeah.
all that is.
If they don't, what did he say? If they don't fall in line or follow the rules, then they'll be the ones deported and the illegal. I was
Yeah,
like,
right. You
you
fucking idiot.
just threatened to deport these people that blindly voted for you.
Dude, you want
Where
to
do
go to
you put
Ord?
that?
I think
Yeah,
that's.
where do you put that?
I've got so many places you can put that. I've got so many places you can put that, and they're all hilarious.
Yeah. 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 So intense.
Oh my god, I hadn't heard that. That's so
Yes.
funny.
Yes. I am,
You know what? We're gonna keep the illegals now. We're gonna deport you. That's such a like a George Costanza thing.
yes, for sure. That is definitely
Jerk
Costanza.
store.
Serenity now. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's the
Yeah.
laugh I needed today.
Yeah. I
It's
wish I
just
was
like
I'm
hold on.
bastardizing the quote exactly, but that's exactly
I'm
that was the
playing
sentiment.
the clown car music is now
Yeah. The Benny
all
Hill. The Benny
oh
Hill
yeah
music is
wacky sax.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right to the concentration camp. Just,
Yep.
just
They're all in there with their red hats on, like, wait a minute.
oh my god, that's amazing.
That's a cartoon we need.
They've all got the red hats and the overalls and the piece of straw coming out of their mouth, going, "How'd we end up here?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I
We
love it.
weren't supposed to be first.
That actually makes me really happy.
I mean,
We'll deport the hoteliers.
I mean, let's set aside the thing, the point, the hilarity consequences of that are there, but like what he's proposing is slavery or indentured servitude,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Like,
Uh-huh.
let's set that one aside that he basically said, I'm going to figure out a policy. Like, he talked about it like it was this ingenious idea. And it's like, dude, that's
We're just
fucking
get
slavery.
we're just gonna make the farmers slaves of the state,
Well,
which
yeah.
they kind of are.
Well, that he's gonna that the hotel owners and farmers are gonna be the overseers
Uh-huh.
essentially. They're gonna own the
Oh,
ownership of these
own.
people. It's their responsibility. So
Ah,
it's like, and he was proposing indentured servitude and slavery, and then he said if those farmers and hotel owners don't follow the rules, then they're the ones that are going to be deported.
this is what a time to be alive.
What a time!
This is amazing.
Just to see all like hotel CEOs and farmers in the same shitty tent, just standing there with fingers through the chain link fence, like this is not what we voted for. It's like, yeah,
Right.
I'm over here sipping my tea. It's exactly what you
What you
voted
voted
for,
for.
you fucking twats.
Oh, well, that's the laugh I needed.
I'll find the shit and send it to you because it's
It's
pretty
a
amazing.
really really dark laugh.
Dark gallows humor these
Gallows
days.
humor. Well,
So,
I forgot we mentioned one more thing. Fishbone.
oh yeah, you saw
Went to
Fishbone,
see
dude.
Fishbone.
How'd they do?
They were great. It was great. Angelo Moore, their main dude. He's almost 60.
Hmm.
And I've liked Fishbone since like 1986 or 7 probably.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I saw him in 97 at the Ranch Bowl, Rip, and I saw
Oh,
him in like 2000 at Knickerbockers here in Lincoln, Rip. Um, the 97 show was just amazing. The 2000 show was a little
a little rough.
something's wrong here.
Mm,
And I think a lot was probably wrong actually. But Angelo's been sober since 2000, or I mean, sorry, 2020, and they were just on fire.
mm,
It was fucking great. Some of the original dudes were back, and
nice.
yeah, Fishbone is on fire. That's kind of
That's so cool.
their marketing slogan now.
Fishbone's on fire.
Fishbone's on fire. And they were selling shirts with Fishbone only in the Thrasher logo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So like punk ska,
Yeah.
whimsy, kind of ridiculous at times, also really serious at times. Their new song is it's called "Racist Piece of Shit."
Nice.
Yeah, and it's great. The rest of the album is actually better, like so many singles, like it's
Yeah.
catchy, but it's not the best song on the record. Highly
Yeah.
recommend checking it out. It's called Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
I heard Fishbone in the 90s. I didn't know where to put them. I
Well,
liked
that's
it,
exact
but
that fish that's
I didn't know where to
Fishbone
put
is
them.
they're all over the place. They're
Yeah.
kind of like Ween in that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
brown. But they the keyboard player who's also a founding member and his name is escaping me, but before they launched into Racist Piece of Shit, he told a story about like he was talking with his mom when Barack Obama was on the campaign trail. Was that 2008? Is that how long
Yeah.
ago that
Yeah.
was?
2007. Yeah.
And he said, "Mom, this is gonna be great. We're gonna have a black president." And he said that she just shook her head and said, "Honey, if that man gets elected, it's gonna put this country back 50 years."
Oh, wow.
And he was like, "What are you talking about? We've moved past that. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
a new nation."
Mm-hmm.
And then they launched into Racist Piece of Shit, right? Like
Yeah.
he's like she was right.
Yeah.
Like the backlash of having a
Yeah.
black
Oh.
president in this country, we're living it right now.
Well, I mean, like Donald Trump's whole political career started with questioning Barack Obama's birth.
Birth certificate.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it started with a
Hmm.
really fucking racist idea, and this is
Yeah,
where we're at.
right. But that was like, I mean, the song itself is hilarious and great, and
Yeah.
it was fun to yell with, a
Right.
packed waiting room, racist piece of shit. It was great.
Yeah.
But like that anecdote really put the
Yeah.
like that. She was absolutely correct. Like she saw, based on being alive longer, being black and alive a lot longer than her son in America,
Yep.
what was going to happen if a black man got elected president. Like the tsunami of hate and racism, we're now dealing with the undertow of that.
Dude.
And he talked about like I couldn't believe that she would say that because he had so much hope. Like we finally
Right.
moved past all this and we can just
Right.
move on and we can just be people. And nope,
Yeah.
sorry. Now we have concentration camps.
Yeah. The racism is so undealt with in this country that we would burn it all to the ground
Yes.
and ever see that again.
Yes.
Like that was just so unfathomable
Yes.
that
Oh,
that
oh, 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 a well-spoken black man in a tan suit.
how did in the tan suit.
Yeah.
That's a whole that was like the topic of Fox News for weeks that
Yeah.
Barack Obama wore a tan suit. Donald Trump shits his pants at fucking diplomacy meetings.
Yeah.
Come on. Sorry.
It's fine. Oh, anyway,
Anyway,
huge shout out to Fishbone for just fighting the good fight, man.
yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like the other side of that Spinal Tap thing. It's like if you can do it, fucking go out there and do it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. Why
yeah.
why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? What
Which
do you
is
got to
why
lose?
which is why we're doing this.
Right.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we?
Exactly.
Going on about 5 years in November. Like, why not?
Exactly. There's a lot at stake.
I'm going to commit right now on the podcast with you that I am going to reach out to a guest. I'm going to do that.
Oh,
I'm going to
okay.
do that. I'm going to do
All right.
that. I've mused about it for weeks now. I'm going
Okay.
to do it. I'm going to see
Okay.
if I can get
Well, I'm quivering with anticipation.
anticipation. Yes, I'm going to reach out to a guest like that. I really just want to pick his brain for hours and hours.
Okay.
So,
Speaking of, I ran into Eduardo last night.
oh, nice.
Yeah,
What was he
he's
doing?
getting
He's
ice
out at
cream.
the zoo?
He's getting ice cream.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah,
good.
he stopped over and said, I didn't recognize him. This guy's kind of walking up to me, and I did what I usually do when I think people are looking at me, which is I look away.
Yeah.
You
Ran
know,
away.
And
Run
then-
away.
pretty much, yeah. And then he came up, I'm like, oh, it's Eduardo. He's such a threatening,
Oh, yes, for sure. It's super intimidating and really scary.
So anyway, it was wonderful.
He's
to
the
see him.
best. Okay, I put it on record right now. I've gotten a lot of hugs from a lot of men in my life, but Eduardo, I think, gives the best hugs.
Hugs.
Yeah, he's a really good hugger.
Hmm.
So
Well, we didn't hug, but it was really lovely to see him.
You missed out.
You know.
Should have hugged him.
He had ice cream, and the whole
Yeah,
thing.
could have made it better. You could have like wrapped your ice cream around his back and like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He could have eaten his around and like you could have embraced and had ice cream at the same time.
Next time.
Hmm? I'm gonna make that happen.
Okay. Again quivering with anticipation.
All right. So yes, I'm gonna commit to getting
Okay.
a guest on.
All right. Well, 2
Okay.
weeks.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'm also directing a show. I should put this out here because
Where's this at?
so this will be at the Temple Building downtown, but it's the Angels Theater Company First Flight Festival.
Uh-huh. When is it?
I am directing a small play written by my dear friend and professor at UNL's theater department, Jamie Bullins. He wrote a short play called "Hang in There, Baby."
Uh-huh.
And it's a puppet show.
Oh my God.
It's a puppet show with cat puppets. So just to get everybody's whistle wetted.
Is Spinal Tap opening?
They might be. But it's like, so the First Flight Festival is a whole festival, 2 nights of short new plays and monologues.
Uh-huh.
And so I think opening night is July
What's your
17th.
thing? Oh, hang in there, baby. Got it.
Yep, hang in.
That's based on the cat poster.
Correct.
Oh my God.
No spoilers, but
oh my God.
Yeah. So we start rehearsals and then we put it up. And
17th, 19th, and 25th. And you're in all 3 of those shows?
I am in. So I just directed Hang in There, Baby, but it's a whole.
No, but I'm saying like Hang in There, Baby is at all of those dates.
No.
Oh,
they are. So there's flight. We are in flight A, which is a night of certain plays, and then flight B is a night of different plays.
But there's 4 nights of flight A.
Yes, 4 nights of flight A, but see them all because it's all local playwrights and new plays and monologues, and it's just like a whole smorgasbord of new theater.
If I get to watch my friend Joel direct a cat puppet show, I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Yeah. There's David Bowie references in it. It's great. Everybody should come out and support your local theater company. Angels Theater Company is a great local theater company who are doing great work. And shout out to Timothy Scholl. He is experiencing some gnarly cancer. So we're trying to carry on his goodness in the theater world as he is getting treatment for that. So
I love that. Not the cancer, but the
Jesus, Steve.
I just wanted to clarify.
I'm just playing. But yeah, I want to put that plug at that because we probably won't have a podcast in time for me to plug that. So
yeah, that's right. July. Well, it runs July 17th through the 20th.
Yeah. So like opening night is flight A, and then flight B opening night is that Friday the 18th, and then they kind of there's matinees. It's like 2 weekends. So get in where you fit in. But my show is in flight A. It's called Hang in There, Baby by Jamie Bullins.
So excited.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
all right.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
Later.
Maybe it's 'cause it's midnight, dark and the moon beside. Maybe the stars in your eyes. Maybe the dark is from 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 your eyes. Oh, you got such dark eyes. Shake it on, shake that thing. Just be the heart of town. Tell me this town ain't got no heart. Just gotta poke around. shakedown street. Used to be the heart of town. Children of this town ain't got no heart. Just got poked around. Shaking on the shakedown street. Used to be the heart of town. Tell me this town ain't got no heart. Just gotta poke around.
shaking on Shakedown Street. Used to be the heart of town. But this town ain't got no heart. Just gotta poke around. on Shakedown Street. Used to be the heart of town. Till with this town ain't got no home. Just gotta poke around.
Don't forget, toot your hooter.